What's up everybody, Omega here. Thanks for checking out the video today. Today I'm going to be going over my top 10 green rare heroes. Now this is going to be part of a fun collaboration that I'm doing with Tbone and some of the other content creators. So these rare heroes will be put into the upcoming Tournament of Champions for rares. And then you guys will get to vote on the ones you like the best and the round robin tournament that Tbone is going to be doing. So I'm going to drop that link in the description. So make sure you check that out when it comes out. All right, so what we're going to do today is I'm going to go over these, my top 10, tell you a little bit about why I like them. And then I'm going to do a run and show you guys how even these green rares working in the same particular synergy can be a very good team. All right, so let's get started. Coming in hot at number 10 is going to be Floki. Now, Floki's a hero I don't use as much anymore, but he's still a very good, very usable support hero. He grants Spell Shield to all allies for 4 turns, grants increased speed to all allies for 4 turns. His passive is defense is increased by 30 for every 10 speed, and his mana gain is increased by 1. So he's more of a beginner intermediate hero, but still a great rare to have. That's why he made my top 10, coming in at number 10. All right, let's move on to number 9, which is going to be Rajko. Rajko is another great hero. He's similar to Ronda, who we're going to be talking about a little bit later, but he restores 10 mana to all allies. He removes 1 negative status from all allies. With high resistance, he's a great hero to have against an Inula or a defense with Inula on it. 100% chance to remove 1 negative status from all allies at the start of his turn, and his mana gain is increased by 2. He is a great hero to have on your team, especially because of his leader skill. He has a speed lead skill, which is very important in war. He increases the speed of all allies by 9 in all game modes. I really like him. He is one of the very few rare AoE cleansers in the game. I think the other one is Benedict. There are a couple that have single ally AoE, or excuse me, single ally cleanse, but he is one of the only very few that have AoE cleanse to the whole team. Great hero to have. I'm getting ready to 6-star mine and use him a lot more. So he is a very, very good hero to have. All right, up next we're going to have a damage dealer, and it's going to be Lethai. Number 9 is going to be Lethai. I use him every single guild war. He does a ton of damage. He can snipe out blue heroes really quickly. Deals damage to a single enemy, 376% of attack, and ignores 20% defense. His speed is increased by 7.5% and deals an additional 20% damage to targets that are below 20 HP. And obviously when he's book skilled, he has a mana gain increased by 1. So one of my favorite damage dealers, rare damage dealers in the game. And like I said, I use him for every single guild war, and another great hero to have. All right, coming in at number 7 is going to be another damage dealer, and that's going to be Umug. Deals damage to a single enemy, 311% of attack, 100% chance to inflict decreased speed on a single enemy for 2 turns, 32% chance to use a special ability twice, so any damage dealer that goes a second time is a good one to have. And he has an HP leader skill that is going to work everywhere. All right, coming at number 6 is going to be a healer, and that's going to be Santos. Santos restores 18% of targets' max HP to all allies, grants increased attack to all allies for 4 turns, and he has a resistance passive, which resistance is increased by 8% for every negative status affecting him. If you need a good rare healer, he's a good one to have, and that's why he came in at number 6. All right, moving on to another damage dealer. This is going to be one of my favorite damage dealers in this class, and it's going to be Mahog. He does a ton of damage based on defense. His special ability gains increased defense for 3 turns, so he buffs his own defense, and then on top of that, he deals damage to a single enemy of 332% defense with a passive that his attack is increased by 40 for every 100 defense that he has. Now that passive is important, especially in Guild Wars, because when you reach Crowd Wants Blood, that means he's going to do pure damage with his special ability, but his tiles are going to do more hit damage because of his passive. And he does have a defensive leader skill, increases the defense of all allies in rifts by 26%. All right, coming in at number 4 is going to be Navarre. Navarre is a great AoE damage dealer. Me and Lady O have reviewed him before on our channel, and she also discovered this hero and kind of turned me on to him. And I've used him ever since. He is deals damage to all allies, 210% of attack, 100% chance to inflict vulnerability on all allies for 3 turns, and 25% chance to inflict freeze on all enemies for 2 turns. His speed is increased by 20, and his mana gain is increased by 1. So he's another hero I use just about every war on my rare teams. Has a chance to land a freeze, will land vulnerability, and will do damage to every single enemy on the opposing team. So a fantastic hero to have in your arsenal. All right, number 3 is going to be a reviver, and that's going to be Sip. All right, 100% chance to resurrect all allies with 1 HP. Defense is increased by 25% if more than 3 hours allies are alive, and his mana gain is increased by 1. He does have a defensive leader skill in guild-related battles. With a certain synergy, with a Noctis, he is fantastic for certain raid bosses, and he is also usable in Guild Wars and PvP. All right, we are down to the final 2. All right, so coming in at number 2 is going to be Rhonda. Rhonda is a fantastic support hero to have. She restores 10 mana to all allies. She grants Board King to all allies for 3 turns, and her passive ability is can match gemstones 4 times, which is really important during Crowd Wants Blood, because the more matches you can make with gemstones and do more tile damage, the more chance you have of winning that battle during Crowd Wants Blood. She has a 50% chance to recover 10 mana every time she is hit. And she has that all-important leader skill that works everywhere. Increases the speed of all allies by 9 in all game modes. So Rhonda is a fantastic rare hero to have. And that's why she comes in at number 2 on my list. All right, coming in at number 1 without any further ado is going to be, that's right, Hempy. Hempy is a fantastic and must-have rare hero. Great support. She grants increased attack to all allies for 4 turns. Grants increased defense to all allies for 4 turns. And her passive is her speed is increased by 2 for every 150 defense that she has. And her mana gain is increased by 1. She is impactful in so many aspects of the game. Certain raid bosses, definitely in Guild Wars. In certain rifts for team buff, she's a must-have for any roster. She's used on every level in the game. One of the things that I really like about Hempy is the meta is always changing and always has been. The meta changes all the time. She has been a very constant, consistent hero that is great and works well in any meta. So that's why she is my number 1 green rare hero. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Goliath 20 run, and I'm going to use only green rares from my list and show you how the right team synergy with these heroes can get you even through one of the toughest rifts, okay? So in this one, I'm going to be using Hempy, Rhonda with her leader skill, Navarre, Mahog, and Lethai. So let's see how they do against this Goliath beast in 20. Just going to auto battle this. Again, thanks for checking out the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support on the channel. So we've got vulnerability. We've got Lethai doing tons of tile damage. Now we've got Hempy's buff fired up. My hog's going to go in there and do some damage. So if you're just starting out in the game and you need a green team for blue rifts or against blue Goliath, this is one right here that just about anybody can use in the game, because these rares are very attainable to have. All right. All right, Rhonda's going to go off, give everybody nice little mana gain. Athai's going to come in, do some damage. Seems to be working pretty well so far. And there you have it. All right, guys. Thanks for checking out the video. Those are my top 10 green rare heroes. Stay tuned for the Tournament of Champions for rares that are coming out very soon. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Omega, peace out.